Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll, and today I come to you, and it is daytime. I am coming to you with this wonderful little doll, Lovums. And what I've come to understand about the Lovums doll too, that there are different names. There's a Marianne, I think, Lovums, which might be my big one. I'm not the real tall one I showed her in one of my other videos there. I'm not sure. I've not looked into them to really give a whole lot. I would love to. I got the books. I should be, because I bought the books, you know. So I think I might just sit down and study that and just see what different Lovums are there, if there's different names to them. I know with the Deity, is it Deity Baby? There's different Deities as well. So, you know, you never know, right? But anyways, before I get started here, Amilan, you have been asking some wonderful questions. One of the questions you asked was this. What size wig would you need for a 29-inch doll? Well, it doesn't go by the length at all. You can tell me the length of the doll, and it really doesn't matter. What matters is the circumference of the head. Measuring the doll's head, and that will tell you everything. You could have a 29-inch doll, but a head that's a little slender, and that might mean that the head is a little bit smaller by just a little bit, which can make the difference of the wig. It could be a size smaller, size bigger, just depending on how big and fat the head is to how skinny and slender the head is, and that can determine the size of your doll's head. So how do we measure? This is for those who know this is just a repeat for you, but for those who don't know, and are just learning about how to order a wig for your doll, we're going to use this little gal because she's here. She's not a doll that needs a wig, but if, let's say you had one that was just in bad condition and you figure, you know what, I'm just going to wig her. Well, you would take and measure around above her ears, around the fullness of the head, right around the forehead, the fat of the forehead. And you want to come up to her and you want to see that she's about a 14, not quite a 14. So she's a little bit between 14 and 15. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just do this. Okay, she's about between 13 and 14. So what size would you get when it falls in between two sizes? You're going to go to the bigger number. Always go to the bigger number. So because she's about a 13 3/4 head, you would get her a 14 wig. You got to go to the bigger size. Always go to bigger. So that's how you're going to measure her head. I almost goofed it there, as you can see, because I had my fingers in the way. So make sure your fingers are not in the way when you measure the head. So again, around the fullness of the head, you're going to take a measuring tape and you're going to go around the fullness of the head. I'll do it one more time just to show you. And we're going to come right around, and maybe you can see the number this time. So there we go. We're going to slide that little silver part up so you can see it there. Okay, the silver part is up higher so you can see it. She lies between 13 and 14. She will take a 14 wig. All right, so there we go. The next thing that you asked Amilan was, when you have a doll that there's cracks in the paint, but it's not lifting, that's oil paint. So that's called crazing. What is crazing? Crazing is when the oil in the oil paint has dried up, and now what you're left with is the pigment of the paint separating. So now what you have to do is put the oil back in, but can you? Well, some people have found ways of replenishing that or making your doll look better. You were talking about putting some glue on top of it, like, what glue did you say it was? It was, oh, that real super glue. Personally myself, I would not. That's me. My doll, no, I would not do it. Now, you can do whatever you want to your doll. It's your doll. And you said you were going to sand it and then paint over it. Now, I've heard of people putting glue on their doll and painting over it. And that looks okay, but you'll never, what the problem is with super glue is you'll never be able to really do a true restoration if you ever had to take that paint off. Because now you got super glue in between. That's what I'm talking about. Now the doll is ruined for any deep, if you put the super glue on, I'm saying, now if you were ever to want to go down to the bare composition, if ever you had to, you can't, because that super glue is on there. I don't know how the super glue would react, if you can get it off through sanding it down even more. I myself my answer is no, but I've heard of it. I've heard people using a water-based glue. So what is a water-based glue? Something like tacky glue, you know, something like that, maybe an Elmer's glue, school glue type of thing. You could use that if you wanted. I guess you could, but I would never. What do you want to use, though, if you could? Well, some people make up a flesh tone paint, oil paint, and then they rub it in and then take it off. And that will fill in those cracks. Another thing people use, too, is oil pastels. And you have to get the pastels that are in the flesh tone. You want flesh tone pastels. And when you do, they take it and they rub the little crayon on there, and then they take a rag and they wipe it in. And that has worked wonders on dolls. So those are better alternatives, I would say, than going with the glue that you were talking about, the super glue. I would go there first, because those methods have been proven and they do work pretty good. They are more something I would do than I would do with the glue. So anyways, I wanted to get that out there to you. But good questions. I'm glad you're asking me them. And what do I think about it? I'm not an expert. I'm not. I just know what I've done, and I can only tell you what I've done and what has worked for me and what I've seen and what other people have done and what has not worked for them. We need to see when things go wrong, not just when things go right. Just like yesterday with my doll, it didn't turn out right, but I wanted you to see just how difficult that type of a problem with working with wonky eyes can be, and what you have to sometimes do. So you know, I like watching videos where you go, well, this didn't turn out, and I'm like, thank you for showing me that, because the thing is, I probably would have done that and thinking that was right, maybe, and because you showed me that it was wrong, not the right thing, and I seen that how you blundered through it, and it didn't work. I'm like, okay, something I will not try, but then show me another way, and maybe we can branch into another alternative way that might work on our dolls. So yeah, I love seeing blundered videos, and I show mine. I'm going to show them. I'm going to show you, yep, it kind of worked, but not totally. I have to come back to this doll. There are problems with her. She does have a bubble. The doll I was working on yesterday with the wonky eyes has a bubble up by her eye. Also, there's something inside that I think some of the paint got on the inside and is causing a bump in there that the eyes can't lay flush inside. They're kind of raising up a little bit. I might have to go in there and sand that out, and I think I might get a better result. Someone said that she needs eyelashes, and that probably will work. No, one eye is doing great. Neither one of them have eyelashes. Only one eye is really wonky on it. And eyelashes don't stop anything. They're just there for beautification. But she does need eyelashes, though. But good question, good answer, like a solution, you know, thinking that maybe it could be the eyelashes. No, well, eyelashes don't hold the eyes in place. Like I say, they're there for decorations, you know, so it's something within the eyes. The eyes bounce around a lot, and that's something that you may never fix. I've got a couple dolls that do that, and I don't know how to fix it as of yet. Down the road, who knows what I'll learn. And somebody out there might have a doll like mine and work on it and say, hey, look, this is what worked for me, and it worked. You know, and we'll go, hey, let's try it, you know. Okay, we're going to dress this girl. One thing about it, I took her dress out to the, it's been washed and everything, and she needs new elastic in the sleeves, but not something I want to work on today. That will be something down the road. So we're going to lay her down, and we're going to dress her, this lovely little baby here, and I just love her. I think she's beautiful, just the beautiful doll. But I say that about all my dolls. I think all my dolls are beautiful, and I know I do, but you know what? I do really believe she's a beautiful doll. And glad I got her in my collection, though. And I'm glad I bought her back when she was cheap enough for me to buy, because I don't know if I would want to be buying her today. She needs elastic in this, too. So there's something we need to also work on. But we'll do all that. It will come. My daughter's coming back from the States next week sometime, and I'll be able to get to my shop more, and I won't have to be with the little dog as much. You know, I don't like leaving him. It's more me. I don't like leaving him in the house by himself, so it's more of a problem for me than it is for him. He doesn't really seem to mind too much. You know, he does like company, though. But he will be by himself, but I don't know, it's just I love the little guy. He's my little baby boy, so I'm his gammy, so his grandma. So, you know, it is what it is. I baby him up too much, maybe that's what it is. But that's what I'm like when it comes to animals. So, but anyways, well, we're going to pin the back of her dress here. We can get that little pin, oh, those little pins. There we go. Her dress was so full, I did not starch this at all. There was so much starch in her dress that it could stand up on its own. That's how much starch was in her dress. I was like, whoa, girl, this dress is ready just to go places on all by itself. You see that the sleeves do need to be puffed up, but you know what? It doesn't look bad the way it is just right now. We're going to leave it just the way. We will get back to it, though. I have a mountain of little dresses out there and little pairs of underwear that need elastic in them. I've got the elastic. It's just, where's my time, you know? I'm always screaming for more time. Time. But that's okay. I love doing what I'm doing here. And you know what? If you don't love this type of thing, you won't see anything through. But if you love this type of thing, you just, I think every day about what I'm going to do different today when it comes to these dolls. Oh, there she is. Let's get her bonnet on her. And her dress is faded, you know, it is. It's a faded dress. Let's get her this up a little bit now, because we're going to put on this beautiful bonnet on her. And we're going to tie her ribbon up. I ironed up her ribbon here. And she just needs, oh my goodness. I love her barefoot feet, though. I'm going to keep her barefooted because she only has one shoe. And that's the only thing about her. I thought she came with two. So I think I've got the other one somewhere in my computer room, because I think it fell off. My big fingers can't make two bows, but we're going to go with one on her. There she is in her beautiful little dress. Oh my goodness, she's gorgeous. Yeah, she's just so pretty in this. I love the little flower design on it. You can see that, but she doesn't want to sit. Okay, we'll just sit her back like that. There we go. Oh, there we are. All right, there she is. Isn't she gorgeous? But right from head to toe. Let's zoom in on those flowers on her dress. I love how they do the embroidery on the dresses like that. It's just gorgeous stuff. You know what they do. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. All right, there's her little face. She's all decked up, looking gorgeous. Even the frills around her bonnet, I ironed those separately. I went in and did the layers differently so that they would puff out more around her face. They were so flat together, and that just turned out great, you know. So I even flattened her, like ironed up the little flowers on the side that hold the ribbon together. I think that's just gorgeous. Afterwards, I will do some trimming, but I'm not going to get rid of the ribbon. I think it looks beautiful. You want to keep as much original as you can. When you have the original, keep, oh, where did we go? You want to keep the original. Well, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this. And I answered a couple questions for Amilan, and maybe for some others out there that are new to this and are just learning. And learning is what it's all about, asking the questions and learning from them. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see here and what you heard here today. And give me a comment if you got. And a question would be nice too. I don't mind. If I can answer it, I will do that for you. If I can. We'll see. Never know. Sometimes I don't have the answers. I got to go looking for them. But I do want to look into the F&B babies and what names, the different names that they had for these dolls. But what I'm going to do is set her on the shelf, and I'm going to put her little sock down between her legs here like this. I'm going to hide it in there when she sits on the shelf. It's going to be down in her, underneath her dress. So when I lift her up, it'll be right there. See? And if I find the other one, if there was another one, I'm going to find it, because I think she did come with both of them. But I love her in a bare tootsie. She's a barefoot princess, just like me. There we go. All right, thanks for joining us, and or me, and or us with the doll. Thanks again for joining us. Bye-bye.